Welcome to Auntie Chats and Tarot. Welcome in. Here we go. Thank you to all who have supported this channel. I really appreciate it. Let's remember, not everything's going to resonate. Take what does. Take what helps you to help yourself and leave the rest for someone else. Here we go. Here we go. Messages for our collective. Wow. Okay, quite a bit to say here. Wow. Okay, we've got the Fool upside down, the Five of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the World upside down. Then we've got the Six of Pentacles, the Strength, and the Three of Wands. Here's what I'm getting. Don't shortchange someone who's been really sweet to you. Don't overlook them. Take them for granted. And if this is you, don't allow yourself to be treated that way. Got a good head on your shoulders. Expect better. Yeah. If this is happening to you, you're being asked to close this out. No more tolerating this. Yeah. Because this just puts you in lack. And I feel like this also makes you cry quite a bit. Like it kind of turns your world upside down. Makes you very emotional. It's not worth it. Yeah, there's something kind of mean here about this. Just taking you for granted. It definitely slows up any energy that's trying to reach you or any kind of momentum you're trying to gather here for relationships that are loyal, and also different aspects of your life that you're trying to accomplish something. You're being reminded that you have the strength to bring in anything that you want in your life. You've grown so much, but you're kind of cutting your nose off to spite your face. You're cutting yourself off at the knees because of this interaction you're accepting or tolerating that's not appreciating you. Or switch the roles. Yeah, you've given a lot to this. And I see what's come out of this is you've helped somebody grow, and they in turn have been very snide back to you. Something snide about it. Definitely not appreciative. Okay, let's keep going. Two of Swords, yeah. Block this. Cut this energy off. It's just slowing up your energy. Who is this person? Who's this person, Spirit? The Wheel of Fortune, followed by the Devil and the Hangman. This person, they switch the roles here. They act like you're the prosperity, that you're they act like they are the prosperity. They are the abundance. But you're actually a gift to them that they're not acknowledging. You are the abundance. There's something about you help them navigate their waters. You come up with, you're a good problem solver, and they have a lot of problems. And so you help them navigate these waters, and then they stand when it's time to take some sort of praise for navigating the waters. They stand individually and act like they've done this, but you've helped them all along to turn this wheel and have good fortune and to get to places. You know, they get stumped and you come in and you're like, hey, here's an idea. And you get them unstuck, or they're stuck and you say, here's some thoughts I have on the matter. And they get unstuck, but it's all your work. Yeah, I see them very much choking. Yeah, you think Two of Cups on the back of the deck in the reverse. You're thinking this is soulmate energy. You're thinking that they're doing you a good turn. Maybe they say things like how much they appreciate you, but you're being asked to watch their actions and not listen to their words, because their words don't match their actions. In fact, I feel like they are choking all this work out of you just to benefit so they can fly. Yeah, and they're pretending like they're spiritual or something, but no, this is all false. You're being asked to look at this much more closely. You're turning a blind eye to it. Yeah. There's something about being much more discerning here with the way your heart communicates to you here. Yeah, look at the facts. Like, I feel like towers are happening all around you, like catastrophes and things are exploding all around you, and you're like, if I don't see that, is it really happening? Yes, this is the energy I feel. Yes, it's really happening. You're meant for something much better, much, much better. Definitely, I see again the energy of they just turn your world upside down, and you find that exciting maybe, but it's turned upside down. It's just, look at the facts here. It's just an energy of look at the facts. 8 of Swords, 4 of Swords, 5 of Swords, communicate. Yeah, mental clarity here with the swords. They're actually in competition with you. I think it's not hard to, it may be hard for you to imagine, but it's not hard for anybody else to imagine that they talk bad about you when you're not, they use you to, again, 2 of Cups in the reverse at the bottom of the deck, because this is not soulmate energy for you. They may tell you what you want to hear in order to keep you helping to help them grow. But there's a lot of evil eye here that they send you, a lot of backstabbing. They're competitive with you. They talk badly about you behind your back is the energy I see here in the cards. Yeah. And you allowing it is, again, something about cutting your nose off to spite your face or cutting yourself off at the knees. You're only hurting yourself here. I was just curious if that would pop up again. The 2 of Cups in the reverse. It's come up 3 times. That is definitely not soulmate energy. Repeating 3 times. Yeah, this isn't what you want to hear, but it's also something where I think you're realistic enough to say, yeah, it's time to call a spade here. Because they're just burning you out. You're just exhausted by this person. As soon as you do something huge for them, then it's like, there's no thank you. And it's just like, and here's the next thing. Or even while you're working on something, they're coming at you and saying, have you gotten to this yet? And it's like 2 or 3 other things they need you to do. No, this is so off balance and so unnecessary to have this run you ragged. It's only holding you back. Something about them socially acting like they'll say to you, I've grown so much in this relationship and that's because of you. Then they'll turn around and they'll talk bad about you to somebody else or to your group. You may not know that's going on. They act like you're the abundance to your face, but to others, they're saying, they're taking the credit somehow. 2 of Pentacles, King of Wands. They're keeping you very busy. And you are a dynamo. And I feel like you're saying, I can handle this. And Spirit's saying, there's no need. There's no need. Again, I see a lot of eyes on you, but it's like, it's more of this talking bad about you behind your back. Yeah, almost taunting you. taunting you. They kind of taunt you through how they interact with others. I think you might not be aware of it. You're the growth. They could be a lot older too, where you're just like, whoa, you know, does this person really bring anything to the table here for you? Why are you stuck on them? Let's see. I'm hearing you're trying to, you may not realize this, but they remind you of someone in the past that you're trying to patch that relationship with this one, because there's something that you're doing kind of subconsciously where you're like, yes, this person reminds me of my father, or, you know, so-and-so from the past. And if I patch this, then it'll be like I patched that relationship, something like that. Just know that the cup here is half empty. Just know that the cup here is empty. Let's just cut to the chase. 5 of Cups, yeah. There are going to be a lot of regrets you have here if you don't have them already. They're going to always have some fire they need you to put out. And again, the main theme of this is that you are not appreciated. And I don't see that changing. 4 of Cups. You're always planning something fun for this group and this person. There's something about you feel like it's a celebration because you keep yourself busy and you keep yourself maybe in party mode with them and cocktails and whatnot. But you know down deep it's an illusion. It's an illusion, and I think you know instinctively that there isn't a lot of care here for you. It's a little bit of a trap that you're allowing to happen in your life. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. 10 of Swords. Yeah, put an end to it. This is backstabbing again. Put an end to this. Something steadfast. Something sure-footed. Something you can count on. That's what's supposed to be entering into your life. Other is supposed to go by the wayside, come to an end. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, and we talked about that. That's your first card out. The World in the reverse. Things that need to come to an end. We've got here the Page of Pentacles. I cannot show this card. It's in the reverse. What pops here unexpectedly? Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, someone just not making any effort here for you, and you're just like killing yourself for them. 2 of Wands is out here in Judgment. Yeah, you're meant for something better. Don't stay here because it's comfortable or you think things are going to change. I don't see a change in the energy. You're meant to put, you can definitely handle a challenge. There's no doubt about that. Put that effort towards something that is a challenge for you, but has great rewards for you because you're gutsy and you try something challenging that comes back tenfold for you. Yeah, make a judgment here. Spirit's saying enough of this you don't see. It's just like, if I don't see it, it's not happening. I know that's a tough position to be in, but I feel like Spirit is really saying, yeah, it's time to get to the nitty gritty here. Let's get down to it. Your abundance is being affected here. This is just prolonging the gifts that are supposed to be coming in for you. So yeah, take off the blindfolds now and let's just get down to brass tacks. Let's just get down to business. You're tough. You're strong. Let's do it. Let's talk turkey. And let's make some changes, okay? Yeah, here's my confirmation card. Love it when that comes out. The Spirit just knows, your Spirit team just knows you are strong enough, you are smart enough to just say, yeah. Now it's time to just take off that blindfold, acknowledge what's here, what you've known instinctively all along, and make some changes. And it's just going to be that brass, that cut to the chase type of energy. 3 of Swords, 6 of Cups, because you are just hurting from a past relationship. Like I said, thinking that by somehow placating this relationship, you help the past relationship. And I feel like it's more an energy of just keep the past in the past. Because all you're doing here is, and more blindfold, more not seeing, you're just not seeing that you're just as hurt in this relationship as you were in the past one that you're trying to remedy. Yeah, this person is in and out. They are not reliable. Yeah, this does not help you get to where you want to be in life, this relationship. That is just the plain truth. And the truth hurts? Yep, absolutely. Absolutely, I see that. The truth hurts. This is challenging to hear. But rip the Band-Aid and keep moving. It's something like that, like Spirit saying, I know you are strong enough to rip that Band-Aid, see the truth, call a spade, and keep moving. Because your foundation depends on it. Is somebody eking out your hard-earned money, or your foundation somehow that you've worked so hard for. Yeah, I feel like they wildly spend your money. Your efforts are going towards their, just taking you for granted here and acting like they have all kinds of money and spending it on other people and other situations and certainly spending it on themselves. But, where you fall in the line of importance is undefined here. You're not high on this person's list while they spend your money. While they somehow interfere with your foundation that you've worked hard for. Yeah, this does keep you up, worried. Yeah, you're aware of it. You just don't want to look at it. For some of you don't want to be alone. What does Spirit say? I feel like the energy is, once you get rid of this kind of toxic, rude energy, all around rudeness, then the energy moves. You meet other people, You are also being asked to move out of the way of this because this person is destined for a major tower, and I think that's not any surprise to you either. Like, you're holding it all together, but the minute you leave, they're destined for a big tower. Also, I feel like if you don't move out of the way, you're going to get caught in this tower. It's some of their bad karma. So you don't want that. You want a brand new beginning, and Spirit wants that for you too. You intimidate others. Let's see what's over here. Okay. Intensely attractive. I feel like that's new energy trying to reach you. You intimidate others. Okay. Clear out mental clutter and focus. Maybe that's something you say. I intimidate others. I can't do better, or something like that. I think definitely something better is trying to reach you, a brand new beginning. Someone you're going to be intensely attracted to, who isn't going to be intimidated by you. Somebody being intimidated by you is that person's problem, not yours. Takes your breath. Yeah, something coming towards you, or a person coming towards you, intensely attractive, and takes your breath. And maybe you can't speak around them. That's okay for a little while too. Competition is here. Yeah, we saw that energy. The competitive energy. That's something that maybe you don't realize to what degree this person is. I see they're pretty competitive with you. Negotiate. They're going to want to negotiate. They don't want their workhorse leaving them. They don't want their money bags leaving them. They don't want their magic. You're a muse to them. You make a lot of stuff happen for them. They don't want you leaving. They're going to negotiate this. I feel like the answer will be to not participate in this negotiation process. Yeah, just drop them cold turkey is the energy I feel. This situation requires careful handling, so maybe not drop them cold turkey. Let's see what that's about. This could be the new person coming in. that you're intensely attracted to takes your breath, requires careful handling because it's a situation you've never been in before, maybe, with somebody who isn't intimidated by you, who can hold their own with you. Yeah, and what's on the floor? Healing. I feel like it's more of that energy. Once you heal yourself, you're around others who are also healed. You know, it's a better, healthier energy that surrounds you, that's trying to reach you. Now, don't get caught in this person's karmic avalanche, is what I'm hearing. Tears and emotions, and you deserve. Well, you know you deserve better, and there will be tears and emotions here. I think what this is referring to is once you realize that yourself, you deserve more. That's largely what this read is about. Final messages here, spirits. What else do we have here? Yeah, you need someone that sees you and values you, and it's deeply personal, this relationship that will be new for you. It won't be like you work for somebody. You know, you feel like you have a good connection with this person, but if you really break it down, it feels like you work for this person, maybe. It's time for new. Time for new. Let's grab a charm. Yeah, and it's time to rework, I hear, rethink, strategize, and most importantly, have in the forefront of your mind your big wishes with the star. What do you want? You're helping this other person find their big wishes all the time. What about yours? Something to do with travel here, maybe? Maybe you want to be a pilot. Here's the plane. Travel, aviation, something like that in your midst. That's what you really want to do. Or see the world. Whatever the case may be, because it's going to be different for everybody. In summary, it's a cut this negative that doesn't appreciate you right out of the picture. Start focusing on self. Get that energy going. Don't take a dive with this person in their karmic avalanche. Get out of it so that you can really enjoy the beauty that's meant for you, that's coming towards you, that's trying to get through to you. And I see that that's going to be some really good stuff. Situations and people, someone you're very attracted to, a new home, new memories. One more oracle, please. Surfing rainbows on the moon. This is all about creativity, and you know, you're just inundated with good news and good happenings and joy and one great idea after another. See, when you break away from this other person that you're spending so much time and effort on, it's going to free you up to really go after something that requires the power of your imagination, something that inspires you. This card is about the source of innovative thinking and being playful. This other person, this energy that you're allowing into your life is work. It feels like work. Weavers share their magic tea. Let's read that one real quick. The divine inspiration that could be life-changing. There we go. Being receptive and curious to following through, selflessness. When the dream weavers share their magic tea is a sign to remember the divine quality of inspiration. Yeah, very similar to this card. You know the feeling. One moment you're walking, taking a shower, or driving your car, and suddenly ideas come pouring through your mind and heart. You feel like you could explode with hope. These are gifts from the divine, from Source, the conscious universe. These gifts come there's no price for these gifts. They are yours. And they could also answer a query you forgot you've even asked. It's as if you've been staring at a complicated series of locks that have kept you away from the next manifestation. You've always known about this manifestation, but you couldn't get to it. Now suddenly all the locks are beginning to turn and the door swings open. Yes, because you free yourself from this anchor energy. I love this for you. I hope this is helpful. Something to do with your hands, something you're gonna do, like creatively with your hands. Beautiful. Skateboard, surfing, otherworldly, supernatural, yeah. Inclusive, more inclusive. You need to find your tribe. You need to find people that support you, not the other way around. There's not a good balance here. That's your message. I hope it was helpful. Please do like, share, subscribe, comment. It helps the channel to grow, helps these messages to reach other people, more people. And it is always my hope that helps other people. These messages helps you and others. Yeah. Thank you for joining me. Until next time, let's remember who we are and let's remember our self-worth. If you feel inclined, please do utilize the link below for Buy Me a Coffee. Thanks for joining me.